Good evening, everyone. I gotta do some, take care of some things before Brooke get out of school. I gotta go pick Brooke up. My wife say they doing pretty good on the highway. Let me see. So they left last night at 12 o'clock. So they should have probably about 3 or 4 hours before they reach Miami, Florida. I have to go and get the hay to get the dog straight, get the dog food. I got my friend Justin. He's supposed to come over for the week and see to the dogs, make sure they're okay. And then what I gotta do now, I've been putting off. Last month, I've been telling y'all about the the CD that I invest in. At one bank, the CDs there has mature and it flipped over. I believe when it flipped over, the percentage is probably 1% less than the special that they was running. So the special that they was running, I think it was like 5.3%, which now drops down to like 4.6%, which is still good. Now the other bank that I'm headed to now, and I'm gonna head to them first. I think theirs was 4.8%, and I don't think that was actually a special. I think that's just the norm for them. And it matured both at one bank it matured last month, and at this bank that I'm headed to now matured at the last month, but the last day of last month. So I don't know if this bank here it rolls over. Sometimes what they do is, if you put it on a CD and the CD mature, sometimes they'll let it roll over for another time. Like, let's hypothetically say that you have a CD and the CD is for 8 months. Okay, once the CD mature, if a person don't come and tell them what they want to do with it or get it out or whatever the case may be, it rolls over for another 8 months. But in some cases, they'll stick it inside your savings, which they do the same thing with the money, but the only difference is the percentage that you get is so low that you won't even see a dime. But like I said, I don't know what they do up here, but I'm going up here and check, because every day that the money sits there, if it's not rolled back over to a CD, is a lot of money that I'm losing. So I have to stay on top of that as well. So I'm heading up here now to check on that right there. So once I get there and find out what's going on, I'll get back with you guys and let y'all know what they said about how they do their CD. Okay.
Let me ask you something. You still want the same beneficiary and everything?
Yeah, everything stay the same.
Okay.
Everything stay the same. Okay, so let me get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
So when the CD matured, it automatic flipped over, and because sometimes it'll flip over and they give you the same rate, but they gave me a totally different rate, which was a completely low rate.
So anytime it rolls over, it's going to automatically go from that promo rate down to like a 0 point whatever. It's never going to automatically renew at the next best rate. That's how we get you back in.
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So now this is another question I gotta ask.
Mm-hmm.
When the CD matures, how long do I have before I come back and decide what I'm gonna do with the funds, whether I'm invested, move it, or whatever? How long do I got? What's the grace period?
You usually get a 10-day grace period.
Okay, so 10 days I gotta come back in 10 days and find out what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Or they're gonna put it where they want to put it at.
So yeah, that's how it works here.
Okay, that's fine. I just come back and I just find out what's the next promo that y'all have
Yeah.
if I decide to do that.
Exactly. And what I do, since you're opening this one up with me, what I like to do, let's say that maturity date is May 13th or something like that of next year. I like to call you about a month out just to give you a fresh reminder, because typically on a good week, whatever, the mail is going to get you something in the mail about 2 weeks out prior to your maturity date. So I always like to call about a month out, then you get that in the mail about 2 weeks later.
Okay, so because the last time that I was looking for that phone call is that I discussed with the person that opened it up, I told them that I wanted them to call me if I could invest in something else that was giving me a higher rate, and it ain't necessarily had to be a CD. It can be something else. So that's why I was waiting on that phone call to do that.
And so we do have stuff like that. And actually, we could break your CD right now with no penalty. Even if you, let's say we open up this 4% CD. If we penalize you for closing a 4% CD out, the penalty is going to be higher because the rate's higher. If you decide to invest that, you would have to be okay with at least a 3-year term, but we could break that CD with no penalty at all.
Yeah, but see, that's fine. But the problem is I don't want to do the 3 years because it commits me to the 3 years.
Yeah.
But by me doing the months, that's fine because I can make a decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of not tie my hands up.
152 days. That's just me. Since I've done plenty of these, that's just what it breaks down to. So this is me trying to get the most specific number for you, okay? So typically to invest, you really only need to have 25,000. So let's just say if you did want to do something like that, you do 25,000. Do you know what rates are looking like on that, in that sphere, in that realm?
I would venture to say between about probably high 4s to maybe low 5.
So this is my thing right here. When somebody talk to me now, I know this gonna probably sound crazy. When somebody coming and they're talking about locking something down, I don't care what it is, for 3 years, I got to have at least 7 to 10%. I know that's a high and that's ridiculous, but in order for me to lock my money down, you tell me a percentage like that, I don't mind.
Sure. Got it. Let me see if I can pull something for you. I'll show you. Rough estimate over the 3-year term.
With 25,000.
With less money, exactly. And this isn't taxes bad because you're not getting this tax every single year because it doesn't mature every single year. It only matures once in 3 years.
I understand.
So it saves you some money on that end, even though we're doing less. If we did the same amount, I mean, obviously it'd be more. But that's just something, just some numbers just to run with for you personally. That way you can have some idea of what that would look like. And I know you said, you're not really into 3-year, but that's just if you did 25. That would leave you 17, I think, left over. So
well, let me think about that because I can always go to the other bank and pull 25 and bring 25 and just go ahead and put that on that and leave that just like it is because you are making sense.
Regular savings account.
No. I had another account that they gave me. I think it was 5.3%.
5.3%. How long was that term?
that was for a year.
For a year. Gotcha.
Yeah, that was for a year.
And so, when did you open that? Was that about a year ago now? Has it been a couple months?
No, it was before. It was actually before I opened this one because I had them both set that they mature in November.
Got you. So that rate, if you go back to them right now, that rate's probably dropped. I'm
assuming. Yeah, it is. That was just a special they was running.
Got you. So yeah, I mean, I think we could do a better rate than whatever they're doing right now. If you want to follow up with somebody, we can definitely at least get you in front of somebody to have a conversation. That way they can show you actual numbers that we're working with right now.
So this is what I'll do. I'll go back. We can go ahead and finish this right here.
Cool.
And I'll go back. I'll find out what's the rate that they're going to give me. And then I can come back to you all and y'all can tell me whether or not y'all can beat it. And we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Because I'm going with the person that's giving me the most money.
I understand. I don't blame you. And what I will say about that is, I think we could probably give you the most money.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do the papers. Okay, you all. Like I said before, I'm trying to show you all something, and I hope I was successful on that. It's good to save money, but it's 10 times better to invest money. So it's like the money that you make on the job and you save, and then you invest that so you make more money. An investment is like having another income coming in. So that adds to your income, because if you take the investment away that I've been invest, you'll be removing a lot of more money. So like I said, go to your bank and challenge them that, hey, if you're not going to bring me the money in that I need, I'm going to move my money to somewhere else that can multiply my money that I put inside the bank. So just remember, what you make happen for others, God also make happen for you.